Windows laptops have gotten pretty inexpensive over the years. And not only that, they're not just cheap, they're also pretty decent. No longer do you have to choose between a really crappy, cheap Windows laptop and a really expensive, high-end gaming one. One of these such laptops is actually being hailed around the web as probably the best laptop you can get for under 200 bucks. It's called the HP 14-AN013NR. Yeah, not the best name. But regardless, let me show you why, if you do only have $200 to spend, you probably should get this laptop among the other ones. First up, performance. The laptop has an AMD E2 7110 quad-core processor that essentially is similar to an Intel i3 405U in terms of pricing, but has a slightly higher clock speed and a much higher GPU clock speed than the i3, and comparing that to the other computers in this price range that all have Intel Atom processors, which are essentially mobile processors, it's leaps ahead in terms of power. The graphics that's integrated into the chipset is an AMD Radeon R2, which also is definitely ahead of the other laptops in this price range. And the fact it comes standard with 4 gigs of RAM is also, oddly enough, more than most in this category. Oh, and by the way, you can easily unscrew the bottom of this laptop and put in more RAM. You can basically double it to 8 gigs for about 30 bucks if you buy the RAM online, and quadruple it to 16 gigs for about 130 bucks, which is the max that the computer can handle. And we all love benchmarks, right? So here's a quick benchmark from Geekbench on this laptop and how it performs compared to the other ones in this category to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. The screen is also something that HP kind of one-upped the competition with. While most other Windows laptops in the under $200 price range have a 1366 by 768 resolution display, HP managed to put a full HD 1920 by 1080 screen on this little guy. On top of that, it's an IPS display that frankly just looks really good for the price. So far, nothing but good things to say about the laptop, right? Let's really quick talk about one of the downsides of this laptop, and that's storage. The device only has 32 gigs of internal storage. That's it. Now, with the fact that Windows takes up some of that, McAfee, which comes on it, also takes up some of that, as well as some of the unnecessary programs that are also put on here, we're looking at just about this much usable space, which obviously isn't great. Thankfully though, HP put no shortage of ports on this thing, which does actually give you a really cheap option to fix the storage issue, but we'll get to that in a second. Also though, thanks to those screws at the bottom of this device, you can also change out the SSD should you want to. About 100 bucks would get you a 275 gig storage SSD if you wanted to. Now the ports that I mentioned that HP put on this thing are specifically 2 USB 2.0 ports, 1 USB 3.0 port, 1 HDMI, a VGA, a headphone jack, an Ethernet port, and an SD card slot. And frankly, that's a lot of ports. It's more than most, actually, in the price range for these laptops. Not all, but most. And it also allows you to have a very inexpensive option of putting in, say, an SD card or one of those flush USB drives to add a bunch of storage really easily that you could even just leave sitting in the side of the laptop. For example, for about $15, you could double the storage using a 32 gig SD card or a 32 gig USB flush drive. In addition, it means that there's plenty of places to plug in external drives, external monitors, and external mice, which I personally prefer using an external mouse on any Windows laptop, especially the more inexpensive ones, because their trackpads just aren't terribly amazing. In fact, you can even find this laptop bundled with this HP mouse for the same price as you could find the laptop on its own. I'll link that below. In addition to the mouse you can get bundled, HP also makes a laptop bag for it that, besides being a good padded option for the laptop with room for books, etc., say if you're going to school, it's also not bad looking either. Overall, if you need a computer and you only have 200 bucks to spend, you'd be hard pressed to find one that has better specs than the HP 14-AN013NR. Horrible name, but a pretty easy choice. There you guys, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please thumbs up or share it. greatly appreciated. Also, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this video, what you guys think of the laptop, what other videos you'd like to see, any new tech you'd like me to check out for you, let me know. Always love to hear from you guys. Also, please check out my tech blog, which has been relaunched after a very long time. Do a bunch of tech news and other tutorials that don't necessarily make it here to video. You'll find a link for that somewhere floating around here. Check it out. Let me know what you think of that as well. As always, though, thanks for watching.